Greetings to everyone! We are the reporters for our new lesson. But before we proceed, I'm Mendel Samjamsay.
I'm Krisha Maypi Bagsik.
I'm Jewel Luis Bibondo.
I'm Julian Gabriel M. Gonzaga.
Together with Angelica N. Ocampo, Alea Mejia, and Eliza G. Cayanan. So now, we will tackle the introduction for research and types of research. And please bring your study note number 7 and 8. But wait, what is research for you?
It is an important task for to discover new things. Ang research ay may mga pagsusuri at nakakaraang pananaliksik sa lawak na humahantong ito sa mga bago at malikhaing resulta. Ito ay maaaring maging mas malawak na naglalayo sagutin ang tanong na hindi pa naitanong. Research is the process of collecting and analyzing information to increase our understanding. This process of inquiry can be as simple as experimenting to establish a cause and effect relation for the events we investigate. Just like we are throwing trash everywhere or into the bodies of water. So that's why we are having poverty. We are lazy to walk, so we have used car to make our lives easier. When going to a place, it causes pollution because of the fumes that comes out of the car. This is an example of an research. Conducting research is one of the important things that we do. Research enables us to explore the unknown, unravel mysteries, and expand our knowledge across diverse fields. By systematically gathering and analyzing data, research advances our understanding of the world, allowing us to answer questions, solve problems, and discover innovative solutions.
Exploratory. Exploratory refers to the act of investigating or searching for something in a preliminary or casual manner, often with the goal of gaining initial insights or information without a specific plan or hypothesis. It's like taking a first look or venturing into an unknown area to learn more about it. In research context, exploratory studies are conducted to better to understand the topic, generate hypotheses, or identify potential trends without a fixed agenda. Isinasagawa upang linawin ang hindi maliwanag na sitwasyon o tumuklas ng mga idea na maaaring potensyal na mga pagkakataon sa negosyo.
Descriptive. Ang deskriptibong pananaliksik ay madalas nasimula ng maraming pag-aaral sa pananaliksik dahil pinapayagan nito ang mga mananaliksik na magkaroon ng mas mahusay na pag-unawa sa mga paksang kanilang pinag-aaralan bago lumipat sa mas komplikadong mga disenyo ng pananaliksik. Descriptive research can be conducted using a variety of methods such as surveys, questionnaires, observational studies, and case studies. These methods allows researchers to gather data on a wide range of variables such as demographics, behaviors, attitudes, and opinions. One of the key benefits of descriptive research is that it allows researchers to provide a detailed, accurate, and objective description of a particular phenomenon or situation. This information can be used to inform further research, policy decision, or interventions. However, it is important to note that descriptive research is limited in its ability to establish cause and effect relationship between variables as it only describes the relationship between them.
Explanatory. In research, explanatory refers to the type of study that is conducted to explain the relationship between variables. The main goal of an exploratory study is to identify the causes and effects of a particular phenomenon. In contrast to descriptive studies, which only describe a phenomenon, explanatory studies attempt to establish the underlying causes and mechanism that lead to the observed results. Explanatory research often involves the use of statistical analysis to identify patterns of correlation or causation between variables. This type of study is particularly useful in fields such as psychology, sociology, and economics, where researchers are often interested in understanding the underlying reasons for human behavior or societal trends. In summary, explanatory Exploratory research is a type of study that seeks to explain the relationship between variables and identify the underlying causes and mechanisms that lead to certain outcomes.
Good research follows a systematic approach to capture accurate data. Researchers need to practice ethics and a code of conduct while making an observation or drawing conclusions. The analysis is based on logical reasonings and involves both inductive and deductive methods. Generally, research is the organized and systematic method of finding answers to questions. It is systematic because it is a process broken up into clear steps that leads to conclusion. Research is organized because there is a planned structure or method used to research the conclusion. Number 2. Deductive reasoning is a logical approach where you progress from general ideas to a specific conclusion. It's often contrasts with inductive reasoning, where you start with specific observations and from general conclusions. Deductive reasoning is also called deductive logic. The inductive approach begins with a set of empirical observations, seeking patterns in those observations, and then theorizing about those patterns. The deductive approach begins with a theory, developing hypotheses from that theory, and then collecting and analyzing data to test those hypotheses.
Real-time data and knowledge is diverged from actual observation in natural settings. There's in-depth analysis of all data collected so that there are no anomalies associated with it. It creates a path from generating new questions. Existing data help create more research opportunities. A simple real-life example of data information and knowledge could be the process of making a cup of tea. Data: the temperature of water, the amount of tea leaves, and the type of tea. 4. In-depth analysis is a process of investigating a problem or issue in great detail and often involves looking at data or information in a new way to find hidden patterns or uncover previously unknown relationships. In-depth analysis can be used to solve complex problems or understand complex systems.
5. Existing data helps create more research opportunities. It is analytical and uses all the available data so that there is no ambiguity in inference. Accuracy is one of the most critical aspects of research. The information must be accurate and correct. 6. Data analysis refers to the process of inspecting, cleaning, transforming, and interpreting data to discover valuable insights, draw conclusions, and support decision making. 7. Accuracy is one of the most critical aspects of research. The information must be accurate and correct. For example, laboratories provide a controlled environment to collect data. Accuracy is measured in the instruments used, the calibrations of instruments or tools, and the experiment's final results.
And now, we're done with the introduction of the research. We will tackle now all the types of research. So let's start. In research, there are two main classes that are broadly classified. First is the fundamental or the basic research. The second one is the applied research. Let's start with the basic research, also known as fundamental research. Dito sa ating basic research, para po tayong na-curious sa binigay na topic at ang objective natin ay malaman o maintindihan at lagi pong tanong dito ay, is it true?
Second is the applied research, also known as contractional research. Dito naman sa ating applied research, tayo po ay nagsosolve ng problems sa binigay na topic at ang objective natin dito is to come up with solution at lagi po tanong dito ay, does it work? Next one, what are the types of research? This is applied and basic research. We serve you a family tree of a research. On the upper one is the research. Next one is the basic and applied. Lastly is the qualitative, quantitative, and mix. Naalala niyo pa ba ang mga tatlong ito?
Abay, kailangan nating pag-aralan iyan dahil kakailanganin natin para sa mga next reporter at sa basis ng ating research paper.
Okay, qualitative. Sa madaling salita, involve ang pag-observe o investigation sa ginawa mong material. Next is the quantitative. Sa madaling salita, ito ay may kinalaman sa measuring o calculating. Last one is the mixed. This mixed research is a combination of qualitative and qualitative.
And I think you learned on our research family tree, and now I will explain and discuss to you the other types of research.
First in the exploratory. And ang goal natin dito is to explain why or how a previously studied phenomenon takes place. Second one is the descriptive research. In this type of research, it aims to describe the situation or phenomenon. Third is the exploratory research. In this case, the researcher is trying to identify the cause and effect of whatever phenomenon is being studied. For example, you want to investigate or understand why students become addicted to playing Mobile Legends.
Fourth is the longitudinal research. Kumbaga, dito nagtitest tayo or nag-experiment compared over the time. Multiple times na isang group lamang but not same time. Again, nagtitest tayo ng multiple times na isang grupo ngunit iba-iba ang time. Kabaligtaran naman ng cross-sectional research. Ang cross-sectional research naman ay ginagamit tayo ng 3 groups upang mag-experiment ng sabay-sabay.
Next is the action research. Simple meaning, this type of research focuses in solving problems. Classification research. Simply, it means the differences or pagkakaiba ng naging resulta.
Next is the policy-oriented research. Sabi nga dito, how can the problem be solved or prevented? So it means in this type, we need to give explanation on how to solve the problem in a topic. Third to the last is the comparative research. From its word, comparative, it means compare. When we hear compare, we are finding the differences and similarities.
Second to the last is the theory testing research. Theory testing is like the hypothesis testing. We're verifying our own hypothesis if it is rejected or accepted. Lastly is the theory building research. Theory building is important because it provides a framework for analysis, facilitates the efficient development of the field, and is needed for the applicability to practical real-world problems.
So with that, I hope you've learned and you can go to your next study note, which is the IMRAD. Again, I am Krisha Mipi Bagsik.
I'm Endelracion Jamsay,
I'm Jiwa Luis Bibondo.
I'm Julian Gabel Gonzaga.
together with Alea Mejia, Eliza G. Gayanan, and Angelica and Ocampo. Thank you for listening, and we are the Group 3.
Amen!
Yay! Salamat, pe!